This is Syllabrew. Get smart with me as we learn 5 vocabulary words worth knowing in just a few minutes. Today's words are ambivalent, scrutinize, substantiate, anomalous, and implicit. Ambivalent. Ambivalent means having mixed or conflicting feelings about something. If you are ambivalent, you are not simply confused, you can see both sides. Part of you may want one thing, while another part of you hesitates. You might feel ambivalent about taking a new job, ending a project, moving to a new city, or making a major decision that has both benefits and drawbacks. The word is useful when "I'm not sure" is too vague. Ambivalent tells people that your uncertainty comes from feeling pulled in more than one direction. For example, she felt ambivalent about accepting the promotion because it came with more money but less freedom. Another example, he was ambivalent about selling the house even though he knew it was probably the practical decision. Scrutinize. Scrutinize means to examine something very carefully. You can scrutinize a contract before signing it. A journalist might scrutinize a public statement. A scientist might scrutinize data. A buyer might scrutinize every detail of a listing before making a purchase. Scrutinize is stronger than look at. It suggests careful, serious attention, often because the details matter. For example, the committee will scrutinize the proposal before making a final decision. Another example, she scrutinized the receipt because the total seemed too high. Substantiate. Substantiate means to support a claim with evidence. If you substantiate something, you're not just saying it is true. You are backing it up with facts, records, examples, data, or proof. The word is useful when talking about arguments, accusations, research, journalism, business claims, or anything that needs support. A claim may sound convincing, but until it is substantiated, it is just a claim. For example, the report included documents that helped substantiate the allegations. Another example, he could not substantiate his story, so the manager remained skeptical. Anomalous. Anomalous means unusual, abnormal, or different from what is expected. An anomalous result stands out because it does not fit the pattern. An anomalous event may be rare, surprising, or hard to explain. The word is often used in science, statistics, history, medicine, and investigations, but it also works in everyday life. If something is anomalous, it does not automatically mean something dramatic is happening. It means the thing is unusual enough to deserve attention. For example, the sales spike was anomalous because nothing else had changed that week. Another example, the doctor wanted to run another test because one result looked anomalous. Implicit. Implicit means suggested or understood without being stated directly. Something implicit is not said outright, but the meaning is still there. An implicit warning may come through someone's tone. An implicit agreement may exist because everyone understands the expectation, even if nobody writes it down. Implicit is close to tacit, but not exactly the same. Tacit often means silently understood or accepted. Implicit often means the idea is built into the situation, statement, or behavior, even if it is not directly expressed. For example, there was an implicit expectation that everyone would stay late until the project was finished. Another example, her silence carried an implicit criticism of the plan. Today's words were ambivalent, meaning having mixed or conflicting feelings. Scrutinize, meaning to examine something very carefully. Substantiate, meaning to support a claim with evidence. Anomalous, meaning unusual or different from what is expected. Implicit, meaning suggested or understood without being directly stated. Here are all those words in one big sentence. After scrutinizing the anomalous results, she felt ambivalent about the conclusion because the evidence did not fully substantiate the claim, even though the report carried an implicit warning. Got a word you've heard but never quite understood? Leave it in the comments, and I may use it in a future Syllabrew episode. Make sure to check the show notes for the spellings of these words. Thanks for listening to Syllabrew. You can support the podcast at buymeacoffee.com/why thank you.